cheering though.
Episode 1. What you guys think?
Yeah! Let's go!
How do you think episode 1 turned out?
So fun. Yeah, so cool. Everybody did a freaking such a great job with wacky concept and what crazy characters. It's like kind of the thing in CG, you're not supposed to get too cartoony with it, but I made it Yeah. Yeah.
There's a really funny story of like how episode 1 was written in the first place. It was a completely different show at the very, very beginning. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, at first it was practical. Yeah, the whole premise was like, oh cool, this is a CG studio, so we'll keep it simple. It's very difficult to like model and rig and like texture characters and all this stuff. So like, all right, here's the premise. We got 2 robots, and there's because robots are easier to animate, and you don't have to like make realistic human skin or something crazy. So like easy to model, that's great. There's just 2 robots, just 2 characters, that's great, and they're stuck on a frozen planet. That's great, it's just snow. You don't have to model a bunch of environments. I'm so smart. So that was the premise. Like, this will be easy to make. I'll like write some goofy stuff and then go to bed and get a good night's sleep. But instead, whoops, the opposite of that happened, and it ballooned out with craziness.
The first script that I got from Liam for episode 1 was like, it had Uzi in N, but like Jay was like a boy, and the whole premise was more about, I think Kant was like the bad guy of the season. That was like the original premise, something like that.
Yeah. The season as a whole like had kind of a different direction. I think there's kind of like there's a bit of an undercurrent of spook going on, and the plan was originally like, oh, we'll keep it goofy and we'll just keep up like little hints at some weird like kind of eldritch shenanigans happening like under the surface. Like, what are these murder drones? Why do they have saliva? That's so weird. All that sort of stuff. But it's like, I will never address it. It'll just be little goofs for the side. And it was like, maybe that's actually more interesting. We should probably look into that. So that kind of became the direction for the season. So get prepared for all of that nonsense.
Well, that's a good question. What can we expect from the season?
Ooh, well, we'll see episode 2, and that'll be a good little tease of what's to come. But yeah, we get several more skeletons and robots that are harmed.
So there'll be drones being murdered, is what you're saying?
Oh, could you imagine? No, not in this show.
It's a really funny story. That last shot in episode 1, where Uzi's like, I'm going to murder all humans. I had no idea that shot was going to be the final show. So when we were working on the pilot, the original viewing of it didn't have that shot. It just ended with Uzi being banished. And then, literally, as the final render was coming out, I sat down and I watched it, and I saw that shot, and I was like, Liam, what the hell, dude? Like, what is this?
Oh, it's nothing in there.
And Liam was just like, tee.
It's like naughty. Yeah, really put that in there. Wanted to end on some crazy laughter, and it plays into it. Just you wait. It stuck some sneaks in there. It'll play out.
You're gonna see that episode 2 is like completely a different direction than what you would have expected from episode 1. I think it even says we gently turn the steering wheel what we originally planned. Whereas I think we're violently turning the steering wheel. But for the better, like I think the changes today are really exciting. I think you guys will love the episode. From a production standpoint, we try to push the view, the overall visuals. We try to push the rendering, the lighting. You're gonna see a lot of those improvements. And you're the first crowd to actually witness all of this. So I'm really excited to share this all with you. Yeah.
Let's go! Kevin!
So before we get into it, I just have a couple of questions. Liam, who's your favorite character? Wait, let's ask the crowd what their favorite character is.
Okay.
So, just cheers. You like this character, and we generally want to know. Uzi. Yeah. B. Yeah. I like it too. He's my favorite character. Thad. Yeah, no one cares. That
Yep.
I think they're both kind of those opposite characters that like really work well together because one of them doesn't like doing stuff and the other one loves doing all the stuff. So together they'll do a few things. It's a good
Choose. You can't have two favorite children. Choose one.
Too bad. My show. What I want.
You have a favorite ship?
I guess we'll have to watch to find out.
Oh! What does that mean?
Uh-oh.
What does that mean?
Oh, there might be some cringe stuff in here.
Okay.
love cringe.
Me too.
Only super dramatic nonsense in this stuff.
Alright, I think we've been talking long enough. I think it's finally time to watch the premiere screening of episode 2, guys.
Hey, let's go.
Enjoy!
Yeah, thank you.
Keep in mind that I referenced this yesterday's lesson, so don't judge me. We're still fixing some stuff up.
All right, Liam. Yeah, let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this. My hands hurt.
What do people think of that?
Yeah! Let's go! Yeah!
What did I tell you? A completely different direction, right?
Yeah, don't say, Kevin.
You thought it was about robots. It was the big worm episode, you sillies.
So, Liam, what was up with that episode?
Oh, kooky. We're taking things, we're getting into it. We're Resident Evil now, I guess, also.
Banner at the beginning?
Yeah, that's spooky. We're getting into a bunch of kooks. Obviously, we're getting into some other characters too to kind of see what they're up to, what spooky shenanigans are going on with them. So yeah, super excited. This was definitely a case of like, pilot was done. It was a lovely thing, and it's like, oh cool, we got a bunch more episodes now. Now we can go bananas and start throwing, start weaving in a bunch of stuff here. So yeah, it's been super amazing. So much fun to make that episode. It's definitely like the difference in visuals is like pretty obvious, I think, and also beyond like just the pure visuals, it's also like a technical thing of like we were allowed to do more stuff. So like we were joking yesterday about like the ending of episode 1 where they're all like, oh, the whole colony's like in the storage area, and like, oh geez, coming, they're gonna kill him. Oh no, the whole colony. And it's like 3 robots, and you're like, oh no, what's gonna happen to them? But now we can have a lot more characters. We can do more complex characters. Yeah, so it's been super great. We made kind of the jump to hand animation, which is so cool. All of the scenes have like so much more personality and character to them because the animators were able to like, do that, like, by hand, like animate all those things, give the characters more personality. It's been so great, like the little creepy eldritch camera things, like kind of acting like bird things, like that was just one of our animators just like, was like, I think a cool thing moved like this, and it's like, hell yeah, that'd be cool, that's great. Yeah, so it's been so exciting to see kind of all the new cool stuff coming together.
What can we expect from episode 3?
Cool prom episode.
Oh.
Hey, let's go! Let's
No
go!
shame. We're jumping right into it. We ran out of ideas that fast.
Yep.
Just kidding. It was the first idea.
Okay.
Who's on the prom too?
Oh, you know I can't. You gotta watch the episode.
Oh, give us something.
It better be Uzi
I
and
refuse.
N.
Okay, we're all right. We're coming.
Well, in terms of the rest of the season, what can we expect? What are we getting into?
Yeah, bunch more fun, wacky monsters and of the robotic, but also non-robotic variety. We're gonna see what's up with spooky human world. See what's going on there. We got magic now. What's going on with that? Weird symbol stuff. We're gonna get into it, and we're just gonna keep expanding out these shenanigans, but with our fun little silly characters having to figure it all out. So yeah.
Love it. So we're going to get into some Q&A now, but before we do, I have a special guest here. You might know him as the voice of N.
What?
Michael Kovac is
What?
in the crowd.
What?
Oh my God! Oh, that's my fault.
I'm so sorry. I'm overstatic.
The live shows, and he was like, I'm gonna come and see the fans.
Angel dust!
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Awesome. A lot of fun. It was my first time seeing episode 2. It was awesome.
Yeah, what'd you think of it?
I did not know what to expect, 'cause when you see something on paper, it's so much different from when you see the final product. You know, way different than I imagined. It turned out awesome. Way better than I could have imagined.
Can you give us a little an impression? Can you say a
Little impression. Did you just slap me with that arm?
I love that. So, why don't we ask, I think there is a microphone that's going to be going around, and let's get some Q&A in the audience. Let's do it. Hand up if you have a question. It could be anything. Cool, let's go. Thank you, Katie. Katie will run around and hand you guys the microphone.
The thing I like Murray Jones is I like it. I just like it.
Yeah. All right.
Are there going to be 26 disassembly drones for each letter of the alphabet?
I will say there's at least 26. I did not think that far ahead, clearly, to have more than 26, but we figure out a way, so don't worry about it.
Oh, I love that outfit.
Thank you. How long did it take to make both episode 1 and episode 2?
That's a good question. So, late 2020 is when Liam and I started talking about making a show together. It was a funny story. I saw Liam make a show called Cliffside. You guys ever heard of Cliffside? I saw him make Cliffside. I was like, that's pretty cool. Hey, Liam, do you want to make a show together? And Liam was like, yeah, let's do it. And that was the email. That's all we sent to each other. And off the back of that, he started writing us the show. And I think you made Mojo specifically for Glitch, right?
Yeah, you guys were like, hey, we want to do a thing, and I was like, all right, I'll come up with something. I got time. Put something together. Yeah.
So that process of like coming up with the characters, coming up with the world, finding people like Michael to voice the characters, that was about half a year. And then the rest of the season, the rest of the pilot took about another half a year to make. So 1 year for the pilot, and then season 2 was about half a year as well. So 1.5 years in total. Yeah, so a lot of effort goes into making animation. Yeah. Thank you.
First thing, I love the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
And also, I'm just wondering, specifically for Liam, never mind, like before. Anyway, what about how is introduction to coming along? I want more of that as well.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was a free time project when I was like, I got my day job, but also I'll make some goofy cartoons in my free time. Free time, what's that? You big goober? It's a good amount of work going into this. So for the present moment, I'm all tied up. But I will say I have a very limited pool of ideas, so they're all kind of merging together into what's up here.
How much merch do you have here?
How much merch? We have a stack ton of limited edition posters just for this event over there. We're actually going to be doing a little signing after. But I'll give more info on that at the end of the show. Thank you. Thanks.
So basically, here's my question. This is from Michael. How do you feel about going from a spider demon male to a killer robot?
It's pleasant. I'd say that I feel a lot more aligned with N, because he's just such a chaotic, like, wholesome, good character, but also not, in a way. Whereas with Angel in Has-Been, he's a lot more like just kind of, he is kind of just a brat. He's kind of a bad person, just in general. Whereas he's a good person, but also just kind of bad.
The duality of Michael Kovac.
Exactly. A bad person, and then a good, kind of bad person.
Thank you.
Fuji's favorite anime?
That's a great question.
God damn.
The only thing, the best answer to that question is, I think she would be such a weeb that the amount of animes I would know would seem too normy. So I couldn't tell you other than one you've never heard of.
Yeah.
It's just that obscure.
I love that.
So currently working with this colony, there's the implication of Jason in the first episode where that this colony, they're going to make bang for this. So is there an implication that they're going to meet other colonies potentially in the future with more murder drones, or are we going to stick to mainly this colony?
That's a great question.
That is a super great question. Yeah, we do explore a little more of the planet, see kind of what else has been going on here. And we do kind of also explore the fact that apparently these murder drones are a global threat, but we only see 3 of them. So we do kind of see kind of what's going on there, what happened to the rest of the planet, and why, and what happened to all the other murder drones. So we'll get into it. Don't you worry.
Hi, I have a couple of questions. Will there be a Meta Runner and Murder Drones crossover?
Oh.
We can ask this a lot. We're actually talking about this on the Cabaret Over. Will we ever do a crossover? We think if the fans want it, we'll definitely consider it. Right now, there's no plans, but it could happen.
Yeah, I think the best shows are the ones that you have, or the best crossovers are when you have 2 complete things, and then you can bring them together. So let's finish this bad boy out first, then we'll.
Then we'll start thinking about that stuff. Yep.
Oh, I was wondering if in the future maybe you'll have more merchandise.
Oh yeah. You stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Gotcha.
When the show drops next Friday, just stay tuned. You'll see a little something. We got some special stuff coming.
With all the bugs looking similar in all of your episodes, and the fact that you say all the franchises tend to merge into one big idea pool, are we going to see a few sneak peeks of the other episodes, like a Vigor's Expanded Universe?
Ooh, get into the deep lore. I will say, the Liam Cinematic Universes, I have 3 ideas and put some coats of paint on them. But no, it's super deep and interconnected and very smart. There's probably some stuff. If you've seen any of my past stuff, you'll probably be like, oh, that's a classic. Look at that kid doing that thing again. But hey, it's fun. Hopefully it works anyway.
Are you gonna do a kind of crossover on the SMG4 channel with murder drones?
Well, not like a canon one, but N has popped up a couple of times in the SMG4 show.
So bizarre hearing Ed say like, "Hello, Mario."
Yeah. Love it.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. This one's for Michael.
Hello.
First of all, great to meet you.
Glad to meet you too.
Yeah. Can you do a little demo of and your character interacting with angel dust?
I'm a little nervous around people that are that tall, so probably not. Why, you scared or something? No?
Oh my god!
You see the characters now.
So, what's up with the magic?
Yeah.
It's a robot show.
I asked Angel Dust a question.
Can you do your Brookins impression?
I'll let Liam answer the question first, and then we'll do a little blue kids
And
and
on at the same time, we'll try to talk over each other. Magic. It's not magic. Didn't you see there were numbers and stuff? It's clearly science. It's just very advanced technology, and we'll kind of get into what that is. But yeah, that's definitely part of it. Little tease at the end there. Very, very intense math and science going on. So I hope you study calculus.
And
Yeah? Hello?
do you like anime?
Lucy showed me a few of them, and they seem very interesting.
Yay!
I like ones with swords.
Hey! Fishy Bookins and Anne, let's go!
The tentacle ones were real weird.
I am over the moon right
I
now.
really like Alter, which is really cool, and I love the show and stuff. Second off question, because the parent company, JC Jensen in Space, is a company, so does that imply that they have several exoplanets with similar drones? And then if they rebel, do they just have like murder drones in the atmosphere or something waiting to activate? Or
This is so worth it.
a thing that they
This
send
trip was
if
so worth
this
it.
happens? Or is this the first time it's happened?
100%. Yeah, you're asking the right questions. That's definitely part of what we're getting into of like why you would build robots that could so easily become sentient and rebel so that you have to send other sentient robots to take care of them. That's not a good plan, you big goobers. We'll definitely get into that, and then it's sort of kind of the into the specific question. Yeah, they definitely got other planets out there that they're having fun with. For the most part, we're still focused on our little planet, but there's definitely other shenanigans going on in the cosmos, and that's definitely kind of what we get into is like why they set the system up this way, and kind of showing those little goofy inconsistencies to maybe more sinister inconsistencies. Ooh, spooky. It was playing the whole time, definitely not retconned or anything.
First off, y'all great, but who's the drone that killed Uzi's mom?
Ooh, yeah, that's the hot question. That is the big question, and also what we will get into. Uzi's mom has very nice hair, so I hope we see more of her character. But yeah, we'll get into exploring what happened to that just very overt, obvious plan of the dead mother. You gotta have it. Can't have an animated thing without a dead parent.
She's a whole
Okay, first thing, S tier show so far. It's great. And also, how many more episodes can we expect for season 1?
We're doing 8 episodes in total, so those are the first 2. 6 more episodes. There's no specific release date. We're just gonna drop them when they're done, when they're ready.
Like a hell of a boss.
So is Murderers another idea that you scrapped from another series that you made here?
Like is it recycled components from old stuff or like scrap stuff? Definitely. I think a lot of pitching or making shows is having a bank of stuff that you're because as we kind of touched on, a lot of companies or studios will have specific stuff they're looking for or specific stuff that works better for them. So a lot of pitching a good show is figuring out oh, I like this premise, but I could use these characters or this art style idea for it, and kind of mashing those together into a Frankenstein monster and be and they're yeah. So definitely some recycled ideas, some new ideas, some old ideas but with some new flavors. Definitely lots of recycled or reusing stuff is very very helpful.
Where did Uzi learn to make a railgun? I feel like she seems to be the only one with knowledge of weapons besides murder themselves.
Yeah, 100%. I think it comes from I like to think all of the drones are probably to some degree hyper intelligent, at least compared to people. I think she's just the only one who gives a crap about anything. So everyone else is just happy to sit around and play cards. So she's just the only one actually utilizing that AI intelligence they've all been given to just make crazy nonsense. So superpower is just given slightly more craps than the next person.
What's your favorite line of the end?
What's your favorite line of end? Well, I think that's a question for all of us.
Yeah.
Mine would be probably the one where he's in episode 2. It's not a line, it's just like this, and he just hands the card. I'm sorry, and for some reason, they just forgive him for murdering like a ton of worker drones in episode 1.
Just don't do it again.
Just don't do it again.
Yeah, I would say either I just love his background expression, like, sorry, again, I'm too cool to answer the question directly. I like, we always make sure we just post in the background, he's always just got this stupid little smile on his face, like, he's just always having the best time, so I think, like, this kind of non-verbal acting is my favorite. But in terms of mine, like, I think, like, you know, like, the whole, like, I love doing anything is so great to me, like, it's so cathartic to me, because I don't love doing those things. So, like, could you imagine having such a positive outlook would be great.
My favorite stuff for Man is honestly not even like the lines, but more so like being able to do goofy like yelps and screams. Like in episode 1 when V is fighting him and he just goes like, "Ah!" Like that's my favorite.
I love that.
Channeling R2D2.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
So this is for Liam. How long have you been drawing such as animating for?
Sorry, where's this coming from? Oh, okay, cool. I was just trying to make that happen. So, but, how long have I been drawing? Not as long as people that are much better at art than me, but I would say probably like I started seriously like drawing like for like animation jobs, like honestly like kinda in college is when I like really started taking it seriously, which is just to say never too late to start. Obviously I've been doodling stuff, you know, since for like pretty much ever, but like I only really seriously started being like, oh, maybe I should like try to get better at this. Was like pretty late in the game.
What got you into drawing in general?
Yeah, I think like, and that's what I think previously somebody people are always like, well, how do you get your art style or whatever? And it's just like, it's just like the bare minimum that I can do. So it all kind of comes from necessity. So in terms of like getting into art, it was like, well, I want to tell these stories, but like I'm probably not a good enough writer to just write, because like that's a lot of effort for people to read something. But if you have it in like a fun animation format, like that's more digestible and more fun. So like I just need to draw good enough to tell the stories I want to tell, and that kind of became the whole thing. And so yeah, so work with the limitations you got to just put stuff out there, and hopefully it works out.
Love that.
I have one question for Liam and one question for Kevin. For Liam, would you turn Murder Drones into like a live action movie? And for Kevin, would it be possible if I like voice act in future videos of yours?
Yeah, I'll hit the first one. A live action, yeah, would it be like a Disney live action where it's just animated again? We already
cast Chris Pratt as Ed.
Oh, okay. We'll get Chris Pratt to do an impression of you voicing Ed.
And Michael, do you have an impression of Chris Pratt? Being Mario?
It's a me, Mario.
Get Ben Schwartz as N.
Yeah, I think like that'd be cool. I would love to see how people would try to pull that off. I'm sure you could do like a cool like steampunky thing, like maybe they're more cyborgy, it's probably easier to. I don't know. Hey, I'd like to see it. I'll sell my soul to anything.
And this is the second question. We get this question a lot. Can we do X and Y with Glitch? And the answer is make a reel or like a portfolio. Go on the Twitter account and just tag Glitch Productions. We'll definitely get someone to take a look at it. We'll reach out if we think there's a spot that you can fill in.
First of all, thank you for coming all the way to San Francisco.
No worries. All this place.
You guys are being here.
The weather is so good here.
Dude, it's beautiful here. Holy crap.
Second, since the construction of a murder drone seems highly more complex than a worker drone, how would you scale a murder drone to a worker drone? You know, like 1 to 100 or 1 to 1,000?
Oh, in terms of like power or complexity or?
I guess you could say complexity or power scale.
Yeah, I think that is weirdly something we kind of get into, and it's definitely, I would say, a spookily exponential factor. That makes sense to me. That's not going to make sense to anyone for like a year. But pretend that's a great answer. And it's spooky. But yeah, the amount of stuff packed into the murder drones is eerie.
We have time for about 2 more questions.
I just wanted to ask, what is the name of Uzi's mom?
Yes.
It's Uzi's mom.
Yeah, I guess we haven't said it yet, but also it's not a spoiler. It's Nori. That's a name. See it? Whoa! No, it doesn't relate to anything, but yeah, Nori. That's a cool name.
Do we ever mention the name?
Maybe. It's in details.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nori.
No, you don't.
Cool.
What's going on with the dream in the start of episode 2?
Yeah. What are you talking about? I think only you saw that. Yeah, what is going on there? Other than, whoops, I made this whole show to not have to animate humans, and whoops, then we wanted to put humans in there, but that's okay, they're redacted, so it's all good. Yeah, some weirdness is going on there. We'll explore. Is it a flashback? Is it some weird virtual thing? I don't know. We'll figure it out. I do know, but you'll figure it out.
So that's the end of the Q&A segment. Everything you come up on stage as well. Just want to do something with the crowd. Fun little thing planned. Don't worry if you didn't get to ask a question. You can come and ask us. We're doing a signing event right after. Merch booth is over there as well. Pick up a poster, and we can get that signed for you. We'll just line up outside right after this event. Now, I want to do something for YouTube, for the channel. I want us to basically record how awesome you guys are. I want to record you guys cheering. So what I'm going to do is, we're going to stand around and can you come over here? In the sound. I'm going to take this off. Hopefully it's not working. It does not come off. Hold on. Like a rock star. It does. It does?
We've been told it does.
I'm gonna go for it. That's fine. I'll do it like this anyway. I'm gonna talk to the camera like this, and when I say, "Can we get you guys to cheer?" You guys are gonna just cheer, and we're gonna get a nice panning shot of the entire crowd. I'm gonna put that in a video. Okay? Can you guys do that? All right, we are in San Francisco for the Murder Girls live event. I'm here with Lynn Fingers. Can we hear you